It's week 17 of the NFL. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Huskies and the Mounties under the lights on Sunday night.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime-time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Greg Zuerlein out for the opening kick. And here we go from Toronto. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And bringing them out in his 4th season since arriving as the #1 overall pick back in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the shotgun, Lawrence escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that 1st down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Spears trying this straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They run once more with Spears. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're going to stay on the ground with Spears. Across midfield to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 38. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try this field goal. From the left hash, this is from 47. Carlson's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Trey Tucker to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. Leading them out, the 10th pick of the draft, coming off that national championship in Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
First carry now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Josh Sweat making the stop. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
He's running for it.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
4th down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Huskies and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And while they've worried about his arm a little bit early, he's been happy to get some yards on the ground, looking like an effective dual threat thus far. Spears running behind center. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run, crossing that first down marker.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They bring their tight end left. Lawrence now off the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This ball's caught by Spears. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try this field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Carlson's kick is good. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Tucker now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. New set of downs for him at the 38. A handoff to Spears. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Cooper to Jean with the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Lawrence working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Lawrence looking to throw. Buys time. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Here comes Bryce Beringer to handle the 4th down punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Neither side separating much so far. More coming up after this quick break. Second quarter about to get underway, and this home crowd excited as their guys have possession. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Offense is out there and ready to get things going again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Another run for Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He's got time here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Rolling left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Huskies sending their offense and Tajay Spears out there. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Evans. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Stopped on the play by big Chris Jones. Third down, 1 yard to go. And this is Spears. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's going to run for it. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Spears on the carry. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now the shotgun give to Spears. Has some space inside the 15. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. And he's brought down for a loss.
That extra half second, Kate, that's it. You know, we talk about timing in the passing game all the time, the precision. It's the same thing with the drop. If you have too long of a delay, you give a D-tackle like that a chance to get home and make a play.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It'll be a 5-yard gain. That brings up 3rd and goal. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Carlson's kick is good. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now outruns their offense to take over. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Williams now on 1st and 10. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Now it's McCarthy. Got Williams, and it's complete. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. The Huskies and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Spears. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give him a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Ontario. The Huskies with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range. They've got 1st down from the 31. Now Lawrence. Catch is made down the right sideline. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Huskies grow their lead just before halftime. Mike Evans with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Huskies take a 16-point lead. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out runs their offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. It's taken in by Williams. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. McCarthy looking to throw. Throw complete to Williams.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. Give him 32 on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the air, McCarthy. This throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Here's McCarthy to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Bass's kick is good. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So at halftime, the Huskies fighting to an advantage on the road. Now from our neighbors to the north, we'll head back to the U.S. in Orlando. Got our EA Sports halftime report with Jonathan Coachman coming up.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Eward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Tucker now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Straight ahead with Williams. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought down on the play by Uchenna Nwosu. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. McCarthy throwing here. Fort trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Mounties sending out their punt team. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Amani Hooker with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
The Huskies lining up for a punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. He's got it. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. This offense ready to get going again now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. 2nd and 3 now. On play action now, McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's keeping it again. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
That's Gesicki. He's got it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 27. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal. Well, Brock, we know that this has become a record highly sought after by the league's quarterbacks these days, and now it belongs to him. The single-season rushing record for a QB.
Kind of become the ultimate badge of honor for all these elite athletes who happen to play quarterback. Be one of the guys a team shapes its offense around, and what a defensive nightmare. We've seen this record challenged a whole bunch in this modern game, and we will for years ahead. But for right now, it's his and his alone.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Williams. And he's brought down after a decent gain. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on third down. Now McCarthy. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Buys time, rolling. And they take this in for the score. The Mounties shrinking the lead some in the third. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Well, Brock, not the way I imagined it was designed there on fourth and goal, but I don't think these coaches cared how he got the job done. Just make sure you get in for 6.
Yeah, really just 2 options here as the game speeds up down there, right? Find a throwing lane and execute quickly, or you better escape and make it happen with your legs. He didn't get the throwing lane, the coverage he wanted. So a great decision. You cannot hesitate. You got to go for it, and he sure did, and use that athleticism for 6.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Ty Johnson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors, then receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Spears running behind center. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Slot man motioned over. Here we go, 2nd and 9. This ball's caught by Spears. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be a first down. Spears trying this straight ahead. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They run once more with Spears. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 48. Completed over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. First and 10 from the 41. A gift to Spears, running right. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. They're going to stay on the ground with Spears. And they're going to bring him down at the 39-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9. Lawrence looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A kick they needed, but it's no good as it sails too far right. And they are unable to make this a 2-score game.
And hope still remains in the building, Kate. Not a 2-score game. In fact, a make there, well, it could have been a death knell. But the miss, you just see it breathe some new life into the opposing sideline.
First and 10 from the 41. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another run for Williams. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives them the first. A handoff to Williams. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. 2nd down now, 7 to go. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try to miss the mark. And this is Spears. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Lawrence now off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And they're going to have a first down. Running it with Spears. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash the defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Spears. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Spears. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. He's back to throw. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
They'll bring out the punter here. Bryce Behringer, the one to send it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Mounties and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Got a man. It's Gesicki. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 36. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Michigan. That gets them a first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there. It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves, and you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
Flush down out, and Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. He finds him beyond the marker, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll look to throw it. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. Timeout taken by the offense, their second, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Setting up to pass. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Mounties find a way to tie it late. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Mounties take the lead on that successful kick. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Their offense running back out now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Back to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Here he is to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Got Evans, it's complete. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to try for 2. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
You know, Kate, that is called the moment of truth. You call your own number, and you got to convert. Otherwise, you don't want to run over to the sidelines. It didn't happen that time. Defense did their job.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. This offense getting all set for this series. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. One final shot here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Huskies winners as we say so long from Toronto.